Jamaica, here we go again. If a egg, we inna the red. I guess they're not listening, cause all the videos I've made trying to warn my Jamaican brothers that the United States of America, especially in these times, is not the place to come for any type of illegal activity, my friend. They have too many resources, one bag of different agency and agents. They have all kinds of technology and everything tracking. So very unlikely that you're going to be successful at your illegal endeavors. You better go try it somewhere else. Anyway, I was wondering why Border Patrol and ICE agents were the people that made the arrest on these 4 Jamaicans. I searched around a bit, and the public information is that 10 former and current residents of Baldwin County in Alabama, living in Foley, Gulf Shores, and Orange Beach, were the target of a 2 years investigation into a Lotto scam, mainly targeting the elderly. Pay attention to the numbers. 10 people is who they have targeted. 2 years is how long they have been watching them. Now, far as this goes, the police in the US says it's the typical old Jamaican thing, scammer thing. You know, they'll make a phone call, they'll tell the person you won the lottery, but that you have to pay taxes, or you have to do some type of act by sending money in order to get the returns. You've won 184 million US dollars, but you have to send 2,500 US dollars to clear your 185 million. And no, we cannot deduct it from the 185 million that you've won. That's just how it goes. You have a limited time. Make sure you hurry up and send the money. This is what FBI agent Parker Still said. In this particular case now, they said that over $200,000 was sent to fictitious names at addresses that were controlled by the defendants, according to the investigators. Mind you, 10 people were under surveillance. 10. All right. You're saying, why does your video say 4 was arrested? Because it also is going to tell you that 6 are still out there and on their radar. If I was the next 6 on the finding myself out in the yard, and again I was wondering why it was immigration individuals doing the arrest of these guys. Well, let's take it from the Jamaican news. It says that 4 Jamaican men have been arrested in Baldwin, Alabama, USA, for their alleged involvement in a Lotto scamming ring that fleeced elderly Americans out of thousands of US dollars. According to the police report, Peter Walcott, Malik Chambers, Romario Nembhard, and Jermaine Smith, they were arrested on Friday. Today is February 10th. Today is Monday. So February 9th was Sunday. February 8th was Saturday. The 7th of February, 2025, Friday, is when they were arrested. The authorities indicate that 6 more Jamaican suspects have been identified and are on their radars. Well, then pick up 4. They're going back for 6. That will equal the 10 that I told you have been under surveillance for 2 years. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, you know them people in a play, especially when you hear the 3-letter word people them, the C to the I with an A at the end, or the F to the B to the I, you don't know already, so your business spoil up, right? So the Federal Bureau of Investigation says that the suspects stole more than 200,000 US dollars from dozens of victims across the country. Acting Assistant Special Agent in charge of the FBI's office in Mobile, Alabama, Parker Still said that the crime syndicate, Jamaica Knights, this is the name of the operation, They dubbed the operation a name called Jamaican Knights, Knights, like knights in shining armor. Yeah, Jamaican Knights, considered primarily of Jamaican nationals who were also, guess what? Illegal immigrants. So, again, before me even go further, more of them, again, making us look bad again. You know, right, that right now with Donald Trump ramping up his immigration program and his deportation program, I hate when we give these people something to say and they say bad things about us and the bad things turn out to be actually true. Because then you have no line of defense. You know, when he says these third world countries are sending people from their prisons and these shithole countries and they're sending the worst of their kind. They are scammers and they are rapists, child molesters and this and that. We cuss. But the last story I did was about a Jamaican who was here knowingly spreading AIDS, HIV, and knowingly involving himself with a young teenager. And he was illegal in the country. Now here we have 4 of the 10, 6 still haven't been caught yet. And they're telling us that this group consisted of Jamaican nationals who were illegal immigrants. According to the affidavit, this is how they ran it. A FedEx shipping center in Mobile, Alabama was listed as a place where the cash would come through and deliveries were made from there. So the feds did nothing more than intercept the FedEx shipping center in Mobile, and they intercepted cash deliveries from elderly victims from February of 2023. I guess the brother them say you can't send it through Western Union, you can't send it the other way there and the other way there, no direct deposit, because you're not there straight, so how else can we get it? Well, ma'am, you're going to have to put the raw cash in a FedEx envelope and then send it to this address, right? They were trying to figure out how to get the money from all over the country. Them say one cocoa full basket. Every mickle make a muckle. But are the wrong thing this. Victims were told that they won the lottery and they needed to pay taxes in the form of cash shipments to receive their prices. Don't send any checks, send cash only. Big red flag, first of all, for anybody that is listening to this. I know some grown people listen to me and my commentary a lot. So for you, please know that once somebody is asking you to send cash only, there's a problem. Still, also said the FBI has identified more than 75 victims of this group of 10 individuals, primarily elderly persons throughout the United States of America. And the shipments were sent in cash to addresses in Foley, in Gulf Shores, and in Orange Beach. The affidavit, the paperwork, the court paperwork states that portions of the stolen cash were withdrawn at ATMs in and around the western parish of Westmoreland in Jamaica. Remember, we did a video, 2 videos recently, where we told you of their plans to come to Jamaica and confiscate land and confiscate material possessions, be that house, cars, etc. And they were trying to work into position a law in Jamaica that would require Jamaicans, if you were asked or if it was demanded of you, to prove where your money comes from. So if this law goes into full effect, law enforcement can just run up on your house. Mocha, them people there, the people that deal with fraud, they can just run up on your house. You build a big house, 3-story house, You know, you have 3-4 car, the X7 in the driveway, the Porsche in the driveway, and you know, a next one. They can actually demand that you show where you get this money from to be living this type of lifestyle. And if you are not able to show where you get the money from to live in this type of lifestyle, they can seize your assets. It wasn't until recently when the Integrity Commission in Jamaica found that Andrew Holness might be involved in illicit enrichment and ordered an investigation further into the Prime Minister's bank accounts and his assets. It was only then that they decided, hey, that law right there, just hold off on it for a minute. Now they're saying it didn't go anywhere, it's still there, and we plan to implement it, but let's hold off on it for a minute. So it'll work. It will work. But it looked like them only wanted to work for the regular Jamaican people, them. See? Anyhow, back to this. There's another video we released recently. May I try keeping it up to date, you know? There's another video we released recently where American authorities are working with Jamaican authorities, brainstorming ways to come up with how to get back some of the money that is being leaving the country. Them say remittance, you know. Remittance is money that Jamaicans outside of Jamaica send home on an annual basis, whether you send it through MoneyGram, Western Union, you know, like a money in an envelope for grandma, however you send it, direct deposit into her account, etc. It is said that Jamaicans send back roughly 3.1 billion with a B dollars per year, legal money remittance. It is also said that the Lotto scamming industry matches that remittance money annually. The scammer them a clap off about 3 billion US per year. Now, of course, all of that is not going to Jamaica, but apparently a large chunk of it is. So Jamaica has gained the attention of the US, CIA, FBI people them, the people them with the 3-letter word name, and it's not a good look for them. So they have been trying to say, how do we put pressure on them and get them to leave our elderly citizens alone, or even recover back some of what was stolen from us? Well, one of them was, they said it just like this, go after their moms. Go after their moms, you know, your mother. Go after their moms. It said go after their grandmother, go after them grandfather, them mother, them father, and your extended relatives. That means the whole idea of hiding the house in a mommy name, hiding the car in a daddy name is not going to work. Hiding the piece of land in a grandma name is not going to work. And it's not going to work because they're going to ask grandma and granddaddy where they get this money from. And they'll have to prove it. They'll have to prove where they got the money from. And if them can't prove it, they're going to confiscate all the belongings that you have hidden in their name, right? All right. So the affidavit states that portions of the stolen cash were withdrawn at ATMs in and around the western parish of Westmoreland in Jamaica. Not necessarily meaning that the scammer them live at Westmoreland, them probably just draw the money out from there, but them flash it, go back at which part them come from. Make it kind of harder to trace, right? Well, according to the affidavit, more than 180,000 US has been intercepted. So, if they have been watching 10 people for 2 years, and they have it that $200,000 was taken, but they have been able to intercept 180,000 of it, that means you're only 20,000 them get away with. 20,000 shared up between 10 people, that money didn't go nowhere. That can't do nothing. Risking your whole freedom for a little bit of nothing, right? So they said that they intercepted these envelopes that were coming in to FedEx. They were catching them, and they intercepted and recovered from various addresses that were linked to the suspects, most of which have already been returned to the victims. The victims get back their money, but you still get to go to prison. That's not a good trade-off. If you did have little money, hide somewhere now, and you say, boy, Them give me some years, but after them dip me, I go home and I have like a 10 million, 20 million stash up. But you're going to prison, and these people got their money back. The affidavit stated that Chambers, one of the guys' name is Chambers. Chambers is in the U.S. legally with a temporary B1, B2 visa, but his visa expires August 27th of 2025. So you might be wondering, what is a B1, B2 visa? Well, a B1, B2 visa is a non-immigrant visa that allows foreign citizens to temporarily enter the United States for business or for tourism. And it can also be used for a combination of both purposes, business and tourism. Now, what can I use a B1, B2 visa for? Business travel, such as attending conferences, consulting with colleagues, or negotiating contracts. That falls under the B1 section of the visa. B2, tourism, such as visiting family and friends and going sightseeing or attending medical appointments even, but not 9 to 5 engagement work for pay. You can't do that. So you're not authorized to work, but you're certainly authorized to visit. So Chambers has one of those visas, but his visa expires August 27th of 2025. However, the visa that is held by Smith, Walcott, and Nembhard, those three, their visas have expired. They have no legal grounds to be in the United States of America. Hence the reason why I saw immigration and border protection, customs people arresting them. And I was wondering if it's a scam and they were looking for Lotto scammers, how come it's immigration people that are arresting them? There you have it. So Chambers, Smith, and Nembhard had their initial appearance in court Friday, the 7th of February 2025, and they were ordered by the judge to be kept in custody, no bail, no release, pending a detention hearing. Maybe they will give them ask them if they want to self-deport, jump on a plane, go back to Jamaica now. Or maybe they will put them in the prison system for a while, and then after they've done doing their time, deport them out of the country. The way how Donald Trump is moving right now with that deportation stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually got like a short stay in a prison here, and then they are deported swiftly. The goal is to actually get them out of the country. Here's the thing. They've started sending people already to Cuba. Now, I don't know if you want to end up in Guantanamo Bay. And then you also have another place where they are sending individuals, and I don't know if you want to end up there either. You know, the conditions, the prison conditions there looks pretty scary. And we're talking about, I forget the name of the place here, man, but I'm sure every person who is listening will. El Salvador. You don't want to end up in El Salvador, and you don't want to end up in Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. And the reason I say that is El Salvador, please go and look at the videos and look at the conditions. You're talking about 150 man in a one open cell, and them barely have on clothes, and there's one toilet and one sink in there. You end up in there and you don't speak no English, and there's beer gangster in there with tattoo up face and these kind of things. I don't know how you're going to deal with that. Then, of course, there's also the one in Cuba. And we know what happened there at Guantanamo Bay during the post 9/11 stuff, where it was discovered that a lot of torture was being done to the individuals. Yeah, man, them used to like clamp on electricity, something to them balls and plug it in at the wall, or plug it in a car battery and electrocute them balls, and waterboard them, wrap stuff around their face and drop them into the water, make them feel like they're drowning, all kinds of stuff. And it happened for a long time. They were also sexually abusing those people as torture, like spread them out and ram stuff in them body hole. Listen, at this point, they got 4. If I was one of the other 6, I would be heading straight to my yard right now. Warning, they're looking for you. They said it. It's 10 of you. They've got 4. They're coming for the other 6. Hey, look forward to us doing an updated video to this, where if the other 6 don't take with themselves, like Mr. Vega said, they will probably be on a story like this. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about this one. 2 things that I think don't really work anymore: drug smuggling and Lotto scamming. Them have to go find a more sophisticated way if this is your line of work, because the old ways ain't working no more. There's just too many things in place that are going to have you detected. And like I said before, the federal, look at the amount of people that they have on you. These guys are now facing 20 years in US prison. 20 years. Me not have no time for them in no US prison for no 20 years. Even if they give me half of that and give me 10, it's too much. A federal district court judge will determine any sentences after considering the US sentencing guidelines and other statutory factors when these guys go before a judge again. A US Attorney Sean P. Costello of the Southern District of Alabama and Special Agent in Charge Paul W. Brown of the Mobile Division of the FBI made the announcement. Now check this. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, then you have Mobile Division, is investigating the case with the assistance of the agencies participating in today's enforcement action. Those agencies include Federal Bureau of Investigation Mobile Division, FBI Baltimore Division, the United States Marshal Services, Homeland Security Investigations, United States Custom and Border Patrol, the Department of Defense Office of the Inspectors General, the Baldwin County Sheriff Office, the Mobile County Sheriff's Office, the Foley Department, the Gulf Shore Police Department, and the Silver Hill Police Department. I just named you 11 different agencies that came together to investigate these 10 people under investigation for 2 years and already arrested 4 of them, which were all 4 Jamaicans. And they have said they have 6 more that they're about to go pick up, if them can find them. So, again, do you have the resources or even the intelligence, the links to fight 11 agencies combined? I think not. Rethink your thing, yeah, man. Anyways, I'm going to leave this video right here for now. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on SouFLoTV. I'll catch you on the next video. Walk good. I'm out. Peace.